Very late upload. However, I need to make today's trade journal. I have no idea what day it is. Um, but whatever, let's get into it. We're going to talk about my mindset going into the day, what I was looking for, and no, I did not take any trades. Today was a very, very low probability trading day. However, originally I did not approach it with a low probability mindset, but let's talk about it. So, starting off in the daily time frame, you're really just, well, doing nothing. Going down to the 4 hour, we were also doing nothing. Price action at the time looked like this, if you're curious. So looked like we were making a retracement into this bullish 4 hour fair value gap. However, you guys know I don't simply trade off of fair value gaps. Between ES and NQ, there were no significant internal liquidity in order for us to SMT off of, at least not on the 4 hour time frame. When we go into the 1 hour time frame, that's when we start to get our draws. So we had two, I guess, internal hourly draws. Potentially we could SMT off of back to the upside, so I was looking for longs. It was these two lows right here, and on ES, oh my goodness, these two lows. So I wanted to see an SMT higher off of those lows, but what ended up happening? Market open, we liquidated to the downside. I'm sure we had some divergence up here, maybe. I'm not sure. If I'm not sure, I don't know why I just said I'm sure. But anyways, so market open, we liquidated to the downside. Some people took shorts to London lows. You guys know me, I trade off for reversals. So I was looking for a change of state of delivery or a micro change of state of delivery off of these lows. Price did not provide that. Came back to the downside, which I wanted to see happen for us to potentially SMT off of these lows because we had only taken one of these lows, and we completely did not end up doing that. So, yeah, price action just came down, took out both lows, and literally consolidated for the rest of the day. Once we typically take all my, my significant internal draws, and don't SMT off of, and don't end up forming new internal to SMT off of, that typically to me is signs of a low probability day, and to step away from the chart. I could typically tell probably around 30 minutes into market open. And note, for some people that's a long time, but for me, I'm on the chart for an hour and a half, um, but really an hour. So I'm able to cut my sessions short. But obviously, that time differs. Like here, I was able to tell literally 20 minutes in the market open, we would get no solid setup back to the upside. And yeah, so price action continued to have barcode price action for the day. A lot of people blew their accounts. What I was actually looking for was a higher time frame, potential power of 3 after taking out these internal. Looking for something like this. Accumulation, manipulation, and then later distribution back to the upside. I have no idea whether or not we got that. Let's see. More manipulation before that distribution, but I guess, yeah. So yeah, just avoided low probability day, no trades, and I will only focus on taking the highest probability setups for the entire week. But yep, that was all in today's trade recap, trade trade journal. Oh my goodness. Okay.